Ever wondered about the man at the heart of American politics, whose single vote can sway the destiny of legislative battles? Enter Joe Manchin, a figure who defies the standard political labels. From the coal mines of West Virginia to the marbled halls of the US Senate, his journey is one of grit, controversy, and unwavering resolve. His story isn't just about political maneuvers. It's about the American spirit. Buckle up as we dive into the life of a senator who crafts his path, holds the balance of power, and represents the voice of a state that stands at the crossroads of our nation's energy future. If you're intrigued by the stories of those who shape our country, hit that subscribe button and join us for a journey through the valleys and peaks of American politics. Let's talk about Joe Manchin's early days. Born into the hustle of a West Virginia coal town on a summer's day in 1947, Joe was the second in line among 5 siblings. His parents, Mary and John, weren't just your average mom and pop. They were central to Farmington's heartbeat. They kept the community glued together, not just with their carpet and furniture store, but through their roles as the town's unofficial leaders. You could say public service runs in Joe's blood, with his father and grandfather serving as mayors. His family's roots, a mix of Italian and Czechoslovak ancestry, weren't just a footnote on his birth certificate. They were the foundation of his upbringing, weaving into his character the rich tapestry of immigrant resilience and community spirit. Let's pivot to a defining moment in young Manchin's life. Picture him at West Virginia University, clad in the Mountaineers' colors, all set to make his mark on the football field. But fate, as it often does, threw a curveball, an injury that sidelined his athletic dreams for good. But you can't keep a good man down for long. With his football days behind him, Joe graduated with a business degree and jumped into the family's furniture business. This wasn't just any old job, but a deep dive into the coal industry's heartland. Here, among the dust and din of coal country, Joe's future began to take shape. Joe Manchin's personal life has been as full and robust as his political one. In the summer of '67, a pivotal year in American history, Joe tied the knot with Gail Heather Connelly. Their partnership blossomed into a family with the arrival of Heather, Joseph Thieff, and Brooke. These kids grew up watching their dad blend a life of public service with the duties of fatherhood. Joe's grounding in family values wasn't just for the family album. It seeped into his work, where he often emphasizes the importance of strong communities and support systems. When he's not navigating the political landscape, Manchin enjoys taking to the skies as a licensed pilot, a skill requiring precision and calm under pressure. On the ground, he's likely to be found at the shooting range, an NRA member who appreciates the discipline of the sport. His entrepreneurial spirit defined Joe's pre-political chapter. In 1988, he spotted an opportunity in the energy sector and founded Systems. Under his leadership, the company thrived, dealing with waste coal, a byproduct of the mining process. Manchin's business acumen saw Systems grow substantially, and it became a significant player in the coal industry of West Virginia. However, his company's success would cast a long shadow when Joe transitioned to politics, as questions arose about his commitment to environmental causes, given his vested interests in the coal industry. Yet, this venture was a testament to Joe's belief in the value of hard work and economic opportunity, themes that would resonate in his later political career. Joe Manchin's pivot from a businessman to a political figure wasn't just a career change, but a calling. The drive to serve was in his DNA, with generations of Manchins before him holding public office. His first foray into the political ring was as a state delegate, where he cut his teeth on local issues that mattered to his fellow West Virginians. By 2000, he had climbed the ranks to Secretary of State, affirming his commitment to the Democratic Party. Yet, even then, Joe was not one to toe the party line without question. His moderate to conservative leanings often saw him reaching across the aisle, a habit that would become a hallmark of his political journey. Stepping onto the national stage, Manchin's time in the US Senate has been anything but predictable. His tenure has been marked by a series of defining votes that speak to his complex political persona. He stood behind key pieces of legislation like the Affordable Care Act, which reshaped healthcare in America, and the Inflation Reduction Act, aimed at tempering economic upheavals. But it's not just about the triumphs. Manchin has faced his fair share of heat, especially from within his party. His opposition to significant aspects of Obama's energy agenda and approval of several of Trump's controversial cabinet picks have stirred the pot, marking him as a political enigma. Looking ahead, Joe Manchin continues to wield considerable power as a centrist in an increasingly polarized political landscape. His pivotal swing vote can make or break legislation in the evenly split Senate, giving him an outsized influence on the nation's direction. Rumors of a presidential bid add to the intrigue surrounding Manchin. Will he venture beyond the Senate chamber in pursuit of higher office? Or will he remain the Democrats' most unpredictable player? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure. Manchin's maverick approach will continue to shape his legacy and the political discourse in Washington. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into Joe Manchin's life. If you've enjoyed peeling back the layers of one of today's most intriguing political figures, hit that like button. Have thoughts to share? Drop a comment below. And for more insights on the movers and shakers shaping our world, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss what's next.